Yes. Ah, rock and roll. Okay, wicked. Now, the first thing, the very important thing that I actually needed to do before I started streaming, so I'm going to do it live. We're going to change this topic, and it's a very important topic that needs discussing. It is going to be the failings of the TV show Lost. Let me just put that in place. It's okay. Yes. The failings of the TV show Lost. Okay, good. Right. Oh, okay. Now we've got the important thing covered. We need to discuss what are we actually doing today. Okay, so at the moment, what we did last episode, last time, we created the ability to upgrade cards. So if I wanted to upgrade this card, for example, I can do that. And I obviously want to have some sort of cool effect, but that's something that we can do later. But now we can look at this. We've got a Guard Recruit 2 here, which means that it has upgraded. And we've also meant that we can ditch cards as well. So I could ditch this card, the one that we've just upgraded, and it does get rid of it, and it is no longer there. So they're the things. That's what we did last episode, and generally our plan is we need to have more tiles that do more different things. So what I think we are looking to do next is we want to have a tile that gives you a random construct. And so constructs are the things that attach to your base permanently. So they're like permanent buffs that you have throughout the rest of the run. What I am looking to build, what I'm looking to do, so there's a few things that we need to do. And I've got to kind of work out what the best way to go about it is. So I think for us to make a construct, let me just have a quick look at something. So first of all, I'm actually going to just change this to adding a card. The reason being is because I think adding a construct is going to be very, very similar. We're going to use a lot of similar sort of code as to how we add cards, as to how we add cards. So let me change that. So we've got this Destiny map here. This is this big hardcore thing, and at the moment we've got this really horrible, ugly bit of code, but it's very essential. Let me have a look. We this one is going to be add card. Okay, so just to confirm, we've just made it so that our first one will be adding a card. And even though this looks like a sort of long-winded method to getting to this, I will show you the purpose. I've just pressed the classic play twice where it stopped it. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so now we've got add card. Now, why have I actually gone through all the effort of adding a card? It's because this whole box that's arrived here, we are going to utilise this, but instead of it saying choose a card to add to your deck, it's going to say something like add. Oh, sorry. Actually, while we're here as well, this is brilliant. There's a good reason. So I want this has got this little symbol here. It like skips you adding a card, and I actually want to change that to just basically everything's going to be the same, but I just want to change the sprites so it just says skip. So you're given that option, right? Let's do that now while we're thinking, because we need to get into this. We need to get into here. So everything is quite highly set around. Let's have a look. It's this Destiny text box. Go. This is where we kind of do all the important stuff. Okay. So first of all, so now that we're into the code, we actually want to stop here and Destiny text box go. I was hoping this wasn't going to take us long. Let me just... Yeah, oh, that's it. Okay. Yeah, so let's go change... Let's just have a look. Let's have a little look as to what's actually going on here. Right, let's just close everything. So this is for when we've got a monster to put on. This is for rewards. So, oh, this might be a lot easier than I thought. So, where are we going with this then? Summon text box routine. Oh yeah, that might be a little bit more difficult, but let's not... yeah, sorry, it occurs to me that we've got a whole game object that is the victory button game object, so I might have to just play around with that in a little bit. So, add card. Hopefully, we've already just got a case master script dot DM reward potentials dot add construct. Sweet. Okay. Now we've got this add card routine thing here. And what I'm kind of gonna do is copy this, Control C, and we're going to call it, we don't need anything here, we're going to call this add construct routine. So this will be like a much easier version of this. So I've got to remember as well how we actually get hold of the constructs. Okay. To be fair, we can get rid of quite a lot of this. So what's actually so add how shall I word this? It should be something like because with constructs you don't get to oh yeah cool. Yeah, no worries. Oh, how you doing, KOT fan? Yeah, let's rock. Oh, wicked. Let me just try and work this out. So we've got yeah, I think it should just be add this construct. Oh no, this construct has been added to your base. Yeah, this construct has been added to your base. With an exclamation mark. Fantastic. So we want to fade all that. That's all good. We probably don't need this. All we really need is just a sprite that arrives, and we need to find out what sprite it is. So I've actually, yeah, I've got a kind of, let me just temporarily I think I might be able to just green all of this out. Wow, I did make this complicated, didn't I? It's okay. We like realise this is a lot more. Yeah. I really am going through all of the yeah. So that's good. So we just want to create an create a sprite of the construct being added. Decide what construct, and then add the construct to the game. Add it to the game. I was going to say there's a so that should be fine. Actually, I've never. That is brilliant. That's actually one of the best responses I've ever had. Like, I mean, as in, it's not as though this is the first time I've ever discussed Lost as a TV show. But I think that's one of the best responses. I think, like, because the weird thing is with Lost, I think when you actually consider a single one-off series of any like TV shows ever, I think the first season of Lost is legitimately one of the best things I've ever seen. It absolutely blew my mind. Like, I remember when it was coming out on TV and I was so excited to get into the next week and watching the next episode and just being like so enthralled. But I think you're right. I think it's very much like it kind of starts to take a bit of a downturn. I think during like season 3. Right. So I think hopefully we're not going to get any error messages now I've saved that. Right. Oh, hold on. Image SR. That's... I think we can just turn this one into it. Okay, right, fantastic. So first of all, we've got to decide how we actually get the construct. Now, I can't remember. I've got to remember exactly what we're doing to actually get the construct. We'll start by going here. Game info script. Now, this is the thing that's got everything. This is the thing that's got all that holds all the... It's got everything. It's the important thing. Construct types. Okay, so let's go to this definition here. So there's, at the moment, we've got we want to put more in, but I believe there's only 6. So now there's got to be let's just find all the references of this construct, because there's got to be a way of like assigning the image to the thing. So let's go have a look. So here we've got construct master script. Now, is that attached to anything? Oh yeah, also on a completely side note, even though like in any sort of TV show, film, any time there's been a character that's been like killed off, I think in Lost, they, you know, I mean, obviously, I don't want to try ruin too much, but oh no, of course you've seen it. But I think when they killed off a character who was kind of unknown and not a particularly liked or amazing character, Boone, and it's like, who's Boone? We have no idea. I was like, I remember at the time, I just woke up just feeling depressed. I was like, oh, what's going wrong? Oh, why did why did he have to die? So have we actually got the construct master script with us? So we don't, because I feel we need to get hold of this construct master script. I think it might just be a matter... So the thing which I'm slightly reluctant to do is, for the time being, I'm just going to attach it here. I want to just put it on here. In fact, let's just take this risk. The problem is, if I put it on here, it means that we're going to get 2 versions of it when we go into the main game. So I'm going to actually just make that change now. So if let's just play it like nice and delicately and safely. We're going to go into scenes, main game, and I think it might be on here. We've got the construct master script. Right. So we're going to, we're already into there. I'm going to remove it from here. And because this master has everything, so first of all we want to just put on the construct master script. Wherever it is, it's going to be probably in script somewhere. Now, did I have it as core? No, I didn't. Construct. Okay, let's just find out where it was. It was in buildings. Okay, fair enough. I guess that makes sense. Right, so we're going to put it onto here. So now when we go back, these are all going to have it. But I also want to, not only do I want to remove this, but I want to remove it from the main thing. So remove here. And I'm going to do a very just quick check to see if we're going to get any error messages. Oh, of course, yeah, half term. Oh no, that's absolutely, that's awesome. Oh, fair play. Right. So yeah, this all works well. So we can just, that's fine. It was just a kind of a moving this quite important script I just needed to do, but we've done it. Everything's good. We can go back here. We probably want to save these changes, whatever it is. We've got this now. Here's the Big Daddy. So let's actually have a look at this because we want to make sure. Now, is there going to be an easy way of picking a construct at random? Let's just have a look at what we're actually doing here. Create constructs. Create constructs routine. I think, we can't really use much of this. This is purely for when we're actually creating our construct, but we don't need to do it in the Destiny map. It's mainly, the reason we want this script is just purely for this little function here. And I'm just assuming that on awake, we're getting all of the sprites, that's fine. Let me just have a quick look. So I'm kind of having a little scan over, just checking how well we can utilise this. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, this should be fine. Right. So so what we can actually do, because at the moment, let me just check something. So, construct master. Sorry, I'm just having just sort of my brain is just. But I think I suppose whenever there's I need an excuse to just relax and just watch TV, that's brilliant. And the fact that you've got kids, you're I need to look after kids and watch stuff at the same time. That's brilliant. Sorry, I've been sort of working around. That was what I was going to do. Right, okay, we know what we're going to do. I've been looking for a thing, so we actually need to go into our main master script. Let's edit this bad boy. And I'm going to have a function in here which we're going to call it's going to be public master script dot construct type. That's what we're going to get out of it, and we're going to have pick random construct. Okay. Now, what we kind of wanted to do is there genuinely could be a really easy way of doing this. It's just what I'm thinking. All of these are secretly assigned numbers. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got a number from... but what at the moment, we just need to have int rando. Oh yeah, Kev, how's it rocking? Yeah, let's rock. Oh, wicked. Oh, nice. Yeah, at the moment we're trying to make these little buildings appear in our thing, which are called constructs. Ah, cool. Ah, it's good to see ya. Right, rando. So we're going to have a random number, random dot range. Now I don't like this at the moment because I don't know if there's any sort of way of knowing if we actually the number of inputs that we can have in that. I'm going to have a little experiment to see if that is the case. Hold on, because if master script dot construct type dot no, there isn't. That's fine. Oh, and there's 5. Okay, sorry. So it'll be a random number between 0 and 6. I think. Because it can't... No, between 0 and 5. Right, so the outcomes will be 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That always confuses me when it comes about choosing a random... yeah, a random number. I do have this feeling that like maybe an hour or 2 hours later, and I'll be like, and why did they just make up random? Why did Lost go down this terrible path where they just tried to tie up every loose end, which didn't make any sense at all, and it went against everything. When none of it made any sense. And it's like, you know, I will have aged at that point. It's like kind of I had a beard and like grey hair just to be like, and another thing that I hated about Lost. So we're going to have a master script dot construct type. We just call it construct type there. Equals rando. Right, okay. That doesn't... Yeah, that's fine. Equals... There's a way of converting this into... Equals... Does this work? I think that works. I think that's what we need to do. So we now just return construct type. So... yeah, I think that's all we need to do. So, like, at the moment, this is ugly. This is ugly, and in fact, let's go just so that we, when I come to actually fix this properly, we're going to have a debug.log saying this is clearly rubbish, but it's a start. With multiple exclamation marks. It's purely like, because this is obviously like, I'm going to come up with a better way of deciding construct types later, but this will be a sort of good start. Okay, so now we've got this. I think we're kind of sorted now. So now we just need to go back onto this Destiny text box, decide what construct. So master script dot construct type. This will be construct to add equals construct master script dot instance brilliant dot. I wasn't sure if this was a singleton, but it is, so we can get hold of that. Right. Dot decide. What did I call the function? I can't remember. I'll pick random construct. That's it. Yeah. Pick random construct. Okay. Now I think we've got. We have. Okay, nicely. We've just called it image SR, which is a good thing to have. So. Nope. I've just lost where I was on the page. I do this. I do this far too often. Okay. Add construct routine. Okay. So yeah, this is where we want it to go. So and image SR equals construct master script dot instance dot get should know this should be okay, get construct sprite. Oh, it's private. This can just be public. It should be public. So we get construct sprite. Yes, okay, right. And this one will just be construct to add. Okay. Right. What's oh. Okay, that's fixed it. So what we're doing is the actual central image of this box. We're setting to the picture of this construct, and then I guess we just add it. Like, I know technically I could leave an option to skip it, but for the time being, for simplicity reasons, I kind of want to just add it. I know that obviously Slay the Spire, you can decide not to take certain relics, but I think in this case I do want to just add it. So game info script dot instance dot now. Have we actually got a public list construct types? What I should do, even though we can do it from outside the code, I should make a function here which is public void add construct, and then we should put the master script dot construct type construct to add. It just makes sense to have this sort the adding of the construct internally here, so we can just have simply if underscore construct types is equal to null. I want to just make sure, let's have a look, then underscore construct types equals new list. Okay, this is kind of a bit of a safety thing because we actually need to create a new list if we haven't got any constructs. So now it's going to do that. We just simply need to under construct types dot add construct to add. Boom. Okay, right, we're getting there. So now so now we're over here, we're at the exact point where we want to be. Add construct to add. The problem with the word construct is there's so many other functions that use those letters, so I'm having to sift through so many things to try and find it. I really shouldn't be calling it construct. I should be giving it an entirely different name. Right. So I think we're pretty much there. We need to do a couple of things to test it. Just for continuity. I don't know if the image is going to be fading or not. Let's just find out. I think the image won't be fading. Let's go make it. Let's do it the correct way. So okay. So let's just make sure the image starts off as image.color equals color.clear. So we're making it clear to begin with. and then we kind of want to fade it in. So we're going to use this to mover.instance.fade SR to color, image SR, color.white, 1.0f. Cool. There's one thing, right, just while I'm doing this, it's something that I've been considering for a while, and I kind of want to, even though this sounds like literally, I mean, legitimately, one of the nerdiest things you'll ever hear. You're thinking, well, I'm on Twitch and I'm watching people playing computer games or indeed constructing computer games, but I mean, this is in a whole new league. What I kind of want to do is, through coding, right, draw a like massive grid that is like 100 by 100, right, and essentially they're all going to have a number that's going from like 1 all the way up to 10,000, right, and having a bit of code, and it really shouldn't be that difficult, which highlights all of the prime numbers within it, and seeing if there is actually any kind of pattern to look at, or if it is just random. Because that's one thing that's always intrigued me when it comes to prime numbers. Like, I actually want to see, like, is there actually any, like, it's kind of one of those kind of beautiful things that it's actually completely, like, there is no consistency when it comes to prime numbers. And I just want to see, it's like, if I can look at a pattern and think, oh, is there anything that kind of actually makes any sense? But anyway, I thought I'd let you know that might be a project that I'll do at some point. Right, where are we up to? Oh yeah, we want to just fade this. Sorry, we can just copy this, can't we? Copy this, but make it. Make this clear. Okay, right. So in theory, this is probably all we need to do. What we need to do now is go find all references. So now we want to have, we're actually going to do something very similar to this. So I'm just going to copy this. Add construct. Oh yeah. We need to put a break there. Because yeah, pretty much all of these things are happening except for we want to add construct. So we've added that there. We probably don't really need to do that, so let's just delete it in fact. Brilliant. We just need to now make sure that it is actually doing the add construct thing. So summary between rewards. Here we just want to have start coroutine, add construct routine. Okay, we're actually almost, well, we're at the very early stages, but we're kind of close to getting there. We just need to go on to this bad boy. And when we're actually creating our Big Daddy script, we want to have over here, it's going to be add construct. Okay, right. So, yeah, like I said, I reckon I'm feeling 70% confident that this is just going to work. Everything's going to be brilliant. That's what I reckon. Let's go. Come on. Okay, so first of all, like this is the sort of diamond shape that I'm looking to have it as a construct. So the first thing has worked. So this is good. All right, let's see how far we go. We click on it, and of course it doesn't work. Okay, I forgot that we actually then need to do something else. It's okay. This one won't take me too long. So edit script. Let's go do that first. I knew I had forgotten something. So, case. Yeah, everything's fine. All we needed to do was do this cheeky little line of code here, master script dot dm reward potentials dot add construct. Okay, that is it. That's it. Okay, right, now it's gone up to 85%. Okay, 85% chance. So let's give it a shot. I'm hoping it's one of the constructs that does do something if it does work. Okay, created that, done that. Right, fantastic, awesome. Now, what I really need to do, there is an argument here to be said that these constructs, they look a bit small. The reason they look small is because I spent about 8 minutes drawing them. I want to draw a better version of them. The reason they're small is just simply the resolution of them is terrible. I want to have a higher resolution, but I want to have a higher more detail in each one of these, because it's small, because it just is quite a bad drawing. So now, this has worked. Okay, let's go like this. Okay, we'll have to just skip this, that's fine. Okay, and so we added this particular building. Now, when we actually get into a fight, hopefully... Oh, yeah, I probably need to get rid of some of that as well. Okay. The object of type construct master script has been... Okay. Let's try and work out where we went wrong here. So, master... So we do have this. So this was a slight problem that I was kind of worried that we were going to get into. So what we have done is... when I move this... Let me just try and work this out. So, yeah, the problem we've got is the construct master script. It doesn't work when we're actually transferring it from one scene to the next. So this is really easily fixed. And I think I want to fix it this way. So I'll quickly explain something. So what I did earlier, right, this master script, this is like the Big Daddy script that goes from one scene to the next and will stick with you forever, right? And my logical conclusion was, well, just keep this construct master, because this is going to be pretty important all the time. However, just like I have with this Aaron and this mover script, right, these, even though they're really useful and we want them on all the scenes, it actually makes sense to keep them on a game object and just, sort of a game object for each scene. So even though this looks a little ugly, we're going to put the construct master script onto this one. We're now going to go into here, remove this, remove component, and we want to quickly go on to our main game. Yep, we can save, that's no problem. And we want to put this construct master script back on here, but not like that. We want to do it this way. Okay. No, that's wrong as well. Even though it technically still work. That's what I wanted. Okay, so now construct master script. Okay. Right, now I think we're ready to give it another test. Let's see how we go. So let's go into Destiny map. Right, and we want to see if the construct, not only does it stay on between the scenes, but if it actually gives us the benefit. And it's quite lucky that we've got one that actually does something, so this is good. It would have been a bit more confusing because the other construct hasn't actually been programmed to do anything yet. Why don't we trash this card? Yeah. Okay. Right. Right, now we're going to get the same error message. Okay, we got that. And yes, and it's done the thing. It's done the thing that we wanted it to do. Because look, we normally draw 5 cards each turn, and we've now up to 6 because of this. So if I were to, oh wow, actually, this is quite unlucky actually, because in fact we can do that. Yeah, so he's actually doing a ranged attack, which really does make life a bit difficult. So there, he's just going to move. But yeah, we've got 6 cards again, so this has actually worked. So this is actually something that I thought was going to take a lot longer, and rather fortunately, it's actually been a lot easier than I thought. So now we have the ability to add constructs, and I think without too much work, we might be able to fit in like the ability to choose between different constructs, and I might even at some point need a way of explaining what each construct does. But I'm going to have to. That'll take a little bit. That'll take a while, and I'm going to sort that problem out later. So also, I tell you what. While we're here, what we can do is. Yeah, I think we will do this. We want to make sure that when we're playing in the game, if you hover the mouse over this, we want a little text box to explain what this construct does. So what I've got over here, you can find out what attack we've got. I think there's other things you can hover over as well. So if I made an Angry Chuck, I can hover over here, and we get a little text box which says what it does. And obviously with the cards. So I think if we do the same for this Bee and Bear card emporium, that's what it's called, then that shouldn't be too hard, because I feel like a lot of the groundwork has been done already. So let's actually just see the code. Kind of want to get that code, and I want to get this code as well, construct script. Okay, now we've got both of these, it shouldn't be too hard. And I kind of, yeah, that's fine. So, right, so we've got a bunch of scripts. We've got too many scripts that we don't need right now, so let me just start getting rid of some of them. So, on the totem script, we've got both the I pointer and exit handler, and let me just go Control O, and over here, this is the code. Okay, right, I'm going to do something as well, pretty fun, pretty special, and it's something which I should have done a while ago. But we need to. Yes. Okay, I love it. This is brilliant. Right. Okay. So what we're going to do is. You're getting excited about things that aren't that exciting. I know, but it's brilliant. I love it. Okay. So let's have. We're going to have a new script here, which we're going to call. I think we call it hover info script. I think that's good enough. That's a like sort of generalized term, and it's going to have a very, very specific purpose, because I want to start utilizing it. Let's see. So oh yeah, of course, when you create it, it doesn't actually open it up. So now that we've got all of this, we want to have stuff from the totem script. Yes, okay. So hover info script. We want this. So what the purpose of this is, this will mean that whenever we're hovering over anything else in the future that we want to get information on, we can just use this script, and this will be like a parent script to other things. Hopefully, hopefully this will be all right. Construct script. Right, now, got to remember how to do this. So we also want all of this stuff. And we want to get rid of this, and we want it to have a parent of hover info script. And we want to copy all of this and get rid of some bits. V. Okay. For the time being, let's just check this hover info script works. So we're going to have a debug.log. We're in with some exclamation marks. Control C. And here we're going to have all, like, you know, when you're thinking, triangles are the latest fashion. And obviously that's relevant for many reasons. Okay, so we want to just see if this works. Just to see, yeah, like to see if this basic idea works. So now that we've got this construct script, we also need to make sure the construct does have a hitbox, and then we want to see if that works, and then we can actually have a bit of fun with this new script. Right, so resources, prefabs, buildings, construct go. We haven't added a hitbox yet, so 2D box collider. That should be all we need to do. So now, if we go into our scenes main game, we want to just check that if you hover over, that the debug messages work. So we're looking at this bottom left corner for the time being. Oh, I'm having a little bit of lag issues. Apologies. Right, okay. Yes, we're in triangles of the latest fashion. We're in triangles of the latest fashion. Okay, fantastic. Right, wicked. Was it he was given a dare and it was you just have to fit in some sort of way of saying triangles are the latest fashion. Just somewhere into the stream you must do it. Okay, so this works. So now we need to have another look at here. What do we actually do here? Master script dot create. Oh yes, so go to definition. Oh, this is really easy. This is fantastic. This is absolutely awesome. Okay. We're going to have a public void create construct info, and this will be, and we're going to have a construct type. Construct type, that's fine, and then switch construct type so a string, we're just going to call it construct info string equals, there we go, and we kind of need to go, we need to get all the name of the construct type, so case construct type dot Cornhart Farm. Oh, that needed to be lowercase. No, it needed to be lowercase. Let me just okay, brilliant. Right. And we just, then we just need to have construct info string equals that. Okay. I'm sure there's probably ways of doing this slightly more elegantly, but we just need to cycle through all of these, so let's get rid of that. I kind of want to get them in the order that they are here. So Chuck's exhibit. Chuck's exhibit. Chips. Why have I given them these names? Chips Combat Barracks. Archer Boys Camp. Yeah. B and Bear Card Emporium. Okay, wicked, right. And yeah, this shouldn't take too long. Corn Hut Farm. After having played 25 cards, gain a permanent 25 max health once only. The others won't take this long. Chuck's exhibit. Whenever playing any attack. Actually, I can't even remember what this Chuck's exhibit does. I'm just going to say good old Chuck. This one is start each battle with 3 armoured attackers and 3 armoured defenders. With 3 archers and draw 1 additional card each turn. Okay, right, so we've got that. That's the rest should be relatively self-explanatory. Let me just copy this and then just get rid of it. So where's the red bits? Oh, of course, we actually also need to divulge the position, which is still completely fine. Yeah, we actually need... yeah, we need maybe just a vector 3. Yeah, vector 3 summon Vec. Over here, we just want to summon it at summon Vec, and I think we just need a string to go in here, so this will just be our construct info string. Okay. All right. So so I think we're actually quite well on our way. So all we need now is here. We're just going to have protected void hover on and protected. Oh no, there's another word we need to put in, and I've forgotten what it's called. Is it the word abstract? Maybe we do, maybe we don't. I can't remember. Protected void hover off. I think it's the word abstract. I've got to remember now. Have I got an easy way of finding out? Yeah, I've just got to remember how to... so what we're basically doing is we're making it so this hover info script is going to be very generic, that we can apply to multiple different things, so that when we like hover over anything that we want, it will do something. But I think maybe not. Maybe we don't need anything protected. I mean, it could be abstract. Let's just see what happens if we don't do it. If not, I'll have to look it up. So here, let's actually go like this. Hover on, and this will be hover off. Okay. And now on here, we want to have protected override void hover on virtual. That was the word that we needed. Virtual. Protected virtual. Okay. Virtual wicked. Right. Okay. So now hover on should be master script.instance.create construct info, and hopefully we have got the construct somewhere here. Construct type, brilliant. Okay, and then in fact, let's just do another little experiment. Control C. Oh. Construct trans dot position. Right. And then over here we want that. Okay, so when we hover off, I want to also know if this does happen as well. I don't know if it being virtual means that it never happens, but let's just find out. So the whole idea is we have overridden this one, so we're not going to get this message, but we're going to get it to actually do this bit of code, which is what creates our text, and then we do, and then when we're actually hovering off, it should just default to this because we don't have any override for it here. So let's give this a try. Right, so we got these. Oh yes, let's go. Let's go. It was almost too easy. Right, cool. Yeah, that's much better, isn't it? Right, so do I do... So this is really good. I like this. There's actually... yeah. Okay, so this is good. So I mean, we've done actually. We have now created our getting constructs, and I think that one's yeah, that was actually a bit easier than I thought. And we still need to remember that triangles are the latest fashion. Okay, Destiny map. So what the reason I'm looking at this is in my head. I think what I kind of want. This construct has been added to your base, and maybe having a bit of text explaining what it does. I don't think that should be too hard to do, really. Master script. So what we kind of want is where we need to get the Destiny box. Destiny stuff. Where are we? Destiny text box. Cool. Let's go edit this bad boy. Now there's no way of I mean, it's just not really a problem per se, but there's no way of actually getting this name, is there? So I think where we've got construct info, we're going to actually just have a public void get info on. Oh no! What have I done? Just get Destiny construct info, and here we're going to have a. Yeah, I've got a plan actually. Master script construct type. I know, why are you putting master script? Because we're already in the master script, we don't need to reference it. It's because my basic plan is we're going to create all of this, then I'm just going to cut it and paste it and put it in our construct master script, because I feel that it's better suited there. And here we actually want to get a string, and we're going to use a lot of this information, but it's not going to be exactly the same. Control C, Control V, string, returning string equals there, and returning string. So we just need to kind of actually makes more sense to call it that. Okay, but what we want to do as well is just have a little bit of extra text so that we've got the name and then the information afterwards. So corn heart farm chucks exhibit. I've got to be careful. I'm not going to make sure that I'm putting spaces in between. So this little, I'm putting a line break, so you get to know what it's called, and then afterwards it will say the text as to what it does. Chips, combat, barracks. The text might not fit in, but we'll find out. Ships Combat Ranks. Archer, Boys, Camp. And this is B and their card. Okay, so we've got all of that. We're going to Control X. Here. Oh yeah, that's fine. About here looks like a perfect place to fit in this. Get Destiny Construct Info. Oh yes. At the moment this doesn't make any sense. Master script dot. Now at some point I might make a big plunge and realise that all of these enums that I've made, they should just be generic enums and they shouldn't all be attached to this master script. It just feels like it's adding a whole massive layer of confusion that's not really necessary. The only problem is it'll be a proper pain to actually get rid of it altogether, but that'll be a project. In fact, right, oh no, what have I done? I pressed the wrong button. I need to add that on my hack and plan thing, so there we go. Get rid of master script enums and make them generic enums. Done. Right. Well, it's not done, but it's added to the list. That'll make life a bit easier for later. Right, so we've got all this, done all this stuff, got all the things. We can do a big old save. Nope, because I'm clicking on the wrong thing. We can do a big old save. And now, all we need is to go back into here and have that as end line plus construct master script dot instance dot get Destiny construct info construct add. Sorry, I need to actually put this just up a little bit, just over here, and then we can have constructor add. Okay, right, this will look a little ugly. We probably need to sort a few things out, but let's just see if that works. So right, let's go, let's do this thing. I had an oat milk and vanilla macchiato. I mean, I thought vanilla, well, it must be at least quite nice. It was quite unsatisfying. It was, dare I say it, quite grim tasting. Right, anyway, let's go. Is this going to work? In a way, yes, it doesn't look great, but that is kind of what we were going for. So that essentially is what we wanted it to do. I was in my head, I was hoping the letters would be more central, but I think for good reason they're actually not. I can't remember why. But yeah, this is fine. This has done the thing that I wanted it to do. I'm sure there was a good reason, yeah, because at the moment I've got it up at center. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, also another thing that I want to put in while we're here, like this is, so we can actually start, actually ticking things off. And while I think of it, find a better font. Yeah, just find a better font, because my my font that I made all these years ago, it served a purpose, but I think we can probably go slightly higher end screen. Right, or higher end, I should say. Okay. Right, so we have done that. Let's just give it a little bit of dignity. Have another line break there. Make it look a little bit better. Okay. Right, fantastic. Right, gaining life. That is where we're up to now. Obviously, in order for us to check that it's worked, we need to actually be on lower life to check that it works. And I have a few ideas as to what I want to do. So my general idea is we're going to, whenever we're looking to gain life, what it's going to do is it's going to restore, like, specifically 20 life, and on top of that you're then going to gain 10 max hit points as well, right, and gain another 10 life as a result of that. So in many respects it's you restore, you get 10 max life and then restore 30. That's what I want to do. That's not going to be the final answer to restoring life. That's the only way of restoring life. There's going to be, like, I want you to be later be given options as to whether, say, you want to heal your life to full, or heal your life a little bit but also gain some max life, or lose some maximum life to heal yourself to full, or something like that. I've got different ideas in the pipeline, but for the time being I want to make it so that you heal 20 life and get 10 maximum hit points as well, and as a result an additional 10 hit points. Okay, so how are we going to do all of that? I have no idea. Right, but let's just oh yes, okay, yeah, right. Where do we go? So I think first off it's to do with going into this Destiny text box. We're going to have private IEnumerator restore life routine, and we can use quite a lot of what we've done here. I'm just going to copy and paste it. Okay, we can change all of this. I'll put int life to restore max life to gain, and maybe a boolean which is does max life also restore. I think I like that. So this kind of like, so what we can actually do as well, where we've got max life to gain, the reason this, with having these variables so flexible, with having these so flexible, it means that however we're looking to restore life, it will just be a matter of filling in these properly. Right, so, oh yeah. We also don't need this. We don't need that. Sorry, just clearing stuff out. We've got a whole extra function that's not necessary. Okay, so the image is clear. We don't need any of that. And we'll just have the life to restore dot to string plus at the moment we're just putting the string together, so life to restore dot to string life restored plus max life to gain dot to string plus max life added. Okay, that should be pretty good. What do we want our image SR? So there's things that I could do here. I think for the time being we're going to get hold of over here, we're just going to have image SR dot sprite equals resource. So we're basically just going to find the best heart looking sprite that I can find. Resources dot load sprite. And yeah, in fact, let me hunt for that now. No, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We can worry about that later. Resources, sprites. Destiny tile tops. Why don't we just have? Right, my head's in the way here, but I just need to find the heart one. That one. That one looks good. So we're going to copy this path. Put this over here. So now we've got, this is just turning the picture into a heart. This is fading it to there. We don't need any of this. We don't need that. So we can get rid of all this green. So let's actually work out. So all we really need to do now is, I think what we want to do, we want to create a life bar that represents the current life. Do the animation to add life. Actually add it to the game info script. Yes, okay, so they're the things that we need to do. And right, and I think this seems alright, isn't it? Okay. So yeah, sorry, I'm looking at this. No, I'll worry about this later. This does all the things that we need. So, right. So here's where it gets a little bit fun, because the life bars that I've created are so flexible, hopefully, that it doesn't need to be attached to anything. It's like I've intentionally made it so my actual game object life bars hopefully can kind of do all the work. Like, hopefully this work that I did, like, whatever, say 3 months ago, will now mean that it's all kind of sorted for me. So if we go into, it's not UI, oh it is, it's this, okay. I'm going to copy this path. Right, and we're going to have life bar script equals instantiate resources dot load game object. Okay. we'll work out what position it is. I'm going to just kind of take a random guess and say, actually no, I kind of want it to be top lefty, so that will be, say, new vector 3 minus 3.0f 2.0f. This is just a bit of a rough guess, but let's just see where that takes us. And then our classic quaternion dot identity that we all know and love, and we all know what it means. Dot get component lifebar script. Wicked. Okay. So yeah, all of this here is creating the lifebar script. Now we've got to do stuff with it. So lifebar script dot dot set up lifebar, and this will be game info script dot instance dot town heart life current, game info script dot instance dot town heart life max. Okay, and now lifebar script dot summon, and now I kind of want to wait a little bit, so we're going to have float time equals 0 while time is less than, I'm going to do, say, 1 second. Oh, actually I probably need to do this. So I need to put all of this down here. Yeah, we'll make it say wait 1 second. Time plus equals time dot delta time. Okay. Right, and then we want to have lifebar script dot I'm sure I've got something to just add life. Let's go into this script and find out, because I think I've got something that just factually just adds all the life. So let's go to this definition. Control O. Life bar. Okay. I mean, I must have. I must have done a way. How do we get started? Right. Okay. This is all fine, I think. How have I got a function where we can add max life, and I haven't got an inbuilt function that just adds or minuses life? Oh, maybe update life bar. Maybe that's it. Oh, yes, that's fine. This is all fine. Everything's good. So let's have a little look at this. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, I think it's probably not perfect, but this is fine. So lifebar script dot current life plus equals life to restore. I know you're thinking, well, it can go over the maximum, but I think it shouldn't. It shouldn't. I hope it doesn't. I might have to actually just do a little bit of tweaking here, because oh yeah. If that's... Yeah, this is fine, yeah, because like, if it goes above max life, then it should equal max life. Okay, yeah, this is all good. Right, yeah, so I needed to just sort this out in my head. So, where are we? Over here. Okay, so we summoned it, and I kind of want it to do two separate things. So this is restoring the life. Current life dot restore life. Life bar script dot update life bar with current life, and then we're going to just wait a little bit longer as well, again, just half a second. And while lifebar script dot busy, return null. Okay, so it should be restoring the life and then updating afterwards. That's good. Now we want lifebar script dot add max life. Max life to add should be this bad boy, max life to gain. Also add current life, yep, true. And then white half there. Then lifebar script dot unsummon true. So yeah, this is going to destroy the life bar afterwards as well, hopefully. And then one of these. This is actually probably more complicated than putting the construct in, like on reflection. So let's first of all see if this works. Actually, it's going to take a minute or so to actually check that. So first of all, yeah, we need to do a few little things. Some text box routine. Right, so here we want to have case master script dot dm reward potentials dot, oh, I just called it life. Okay. Start coroutine. Restore life routine. And we decided we're going to restore 20. We're going to gain 10 max life. And this is going to be true. Okay. Yeah, it's giving me the red squiggly line because you always need to put the break underneath it. Okay. So now idle references here. References. Okay. Control C. This will be life. Okay, and And over here, we just want to make sure that when we're pressing the tile, it does actually master script dot DMR or potentials dot life. Okay, right, is that all the things? So let's see if this works. So now what we've done, essentially we've made it, all of this last bit that I've done is just making sure the tile then calls this script, which will then, it'll call this code, which will then essentially create the Destiny box. I've gone through a few hoops to be able to reach there, but they're kind of purposely made hoops that I like having. So that's good. Now, oh yeah, we still need to actually create the life thing. Oh no, we missed one thing. Okay, sorry, we're not quite there. We're close. We're not quite there yet. Let's go get rid of this. So what we actually need to do now, before we unsummon it, we actually need to have game info script dot instance dot town heart life current equals life bar script dot current life and game info script dot instance dot town heart life max equals life bar script dot max life. I've got a whole. Let me actually go into here. There's definition. Huh. Add coins routine. Oh, fantastic. Okay, this is good. Right, I didn't need to do this. I've actually got a function that does all this in one go. Brilliant. So we don't need any of this. We just need to have update max town life, and we can just have, we can put our life bar script in it. Okay, that's a bit easier than I thought. So, brilliant. Okay, right, we now need to... there we go. Where we're adding construction, we want to just do the life one. Okay, wicked. So okay, right. What are the chances of this working? I am going to say I'm not feeling super confident because there's so many things that could go wrong. But the nice thing about this is when they go wrong, it'll be a lot easier to face if we just give it a test. So let's give this a shot. Okay, alright, good start. I actually thought we might get caught on the first hurdle. So these are all the heart things, okay? We are default, by default, starting on 50 life. So, like, hopefully the life bar will come up showing 50. Right, 20, that. That's actually kind of what I wanted. That is kind of what I wanted. I just don't know why there was a bar there to begin with. That's okay. That's actually okay. So now this has happened, I want to see if when we start the game, if we are on 60 life. So let's just pick, let's just trash that, that's fine. So we are on 60 life. So it has worked. This has all worked. Everything's brilliant. Right, okay. This genuinely did work well. The only problem is I've got to work out why the life bar starts... I think I know why. Yeah, the only problem that we've got... Actually, no, there's another thing that I want to test as well while we're here. And it'll be useful. Is we're going to have on here... where we've got the game info script. At the moment, our current life is 50, so we want to check if the restoring works. So I'm going to go on to say 10. So when we use it, it should initially boost this 10 up to 30, and then we get 10 max life, so it will be on 40 current life and 60 max life. Let's give this a shot. Yeah. So let's have a look. I need to look at that again. I didn't quite do all the things that I wanted it to do. Oh, okay. Let's have a look. Looking at the wrong thing. I don't think it's anything too big a mistake. I think we just didn't update it properly. That'll be on here. Oh, hold on. I think we just need to go. Let's have int new life. New life equals that. Yeah. So the problem is because we changed this internally. It was acting as though, well, it doesn't need updating because it's already, but this should work. New life. Okay, let's just give that a test. Right. Do we hit another? I kind of want to hit another coffee and just hope I don't land in another minefield of OT vanilla macchiato. That monstrosity. Right, here we go. Right. Still not. That is really bizarre. So let's find out what's happening when we're updating the life bar. If so yeah, because I found 106 audio CDs in my garage. Really don't have the space to. Okay. oh, of course. That's one of those really tough decisions. I mean, I do remember like when I had to move to go to uni, and I wanted to get rid of all of my VHS cassettes, and it's one of those proper heartbreaking things. I mean, to be fair, CDs don't take up that much space. You might be able to sort of, but that's a good point actually. I probably did ask this before, but how long are you going to Germany for, or is it going to be is that going to be just a permanent move? Oh wow! Oh my god! Whoa! Oh, that's incredible! Oh wow! And when is the big move? Oh right! Oh, so that's pretty soon actually as well. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, but no, I mean congratulations. Now, just so that I can still they still have Twitch in Germany, right? Oh yeah, oh man, it's a big move. Oh. Right. And oh yeah, actually, I think because there's a particular there's a few streamers. I know a Belgium streamer who's really good, but he really properly suffers from lag. I mean, you can live with that though. 250 megabytes. You can. That's still usable. You can still. I think you can still stream with that, can't you? Maybe. Um, yeah. Oh man. And like, so what's your German like? Do you know much German or Deutsch? Oh yes, 10 up. Yeah, of course. I remember there's the whole concept of having like a gig up. I think the idea, the best that you want is. Oh wow! Okay, you can get by. That's pretty good. I think I like obviously the language which I found Spanish to be the like Spanish makes the most sense to me, but I definitely prefer like the German language to the French language, because the German language, at least there's all the letters there. It's like you can actually pronounce all the words, and you can be like a yes, okay, there's something very defined. There's plenty of consonants, maybe even too many, but at least you can be like, right, I know how to roughly pronounce this. Whereas when you look at any French like text, you're like, well, I don't know how you're meant to say that. You just fit in, like it's as if like it doesn't see it as a casual crime to fit in a random X. Oh no, the X is silent. It's like no. Yeah. Actually, it's still quite good to. I genuinely think when you are watching, like I say, a German TV show with subtitles at the bottom, you are slowly absorbing like German. That's how I know that a lot of people who are Spanish who work where I work, and indeed Italian, they actually learn quite a lot of the English language by watching like American and, well, let's be honest, American sitcoms with closed captions, so they could kind of learn. They sort of learn on the fly, so they're enjoying the show and and kind of like subliminally learning part of the language. I don't know how true that is. So what I kind of want to have here is debug.log new current life and the current life. Yeah, I want to just see if what's actually happening over here. So if we just get a bit of an idea and work out. I was actually like, this is completely useless information because I can't remember his name, but I was watching a particular, I think it was a YouTuber who had, I can only emphasise this, as an English accent that was so well spoken that I found it hard that you think, it actually had to be someone who was foreign, who'd learnt a really good grasp of the English language. Like, as in, like the average English person doesn't speak as well. And I found out later, I was thinking, I think he's got an accent. And it turns out he did. He was actually German. But it's like, he's got like the most incredible English accent that it's like, you... All I knew was that he just sounded too good to actually be English. Right, where are we? So, we want to just know the current life. Sorry, I kind of went off on one slightly there. Here we go. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So I think I know the problem. Maybe I missed something. I think I know the problem, but I thought I had fixed it. So yeah, I know. So the problem that we've got is for whatever reason, the current life on the life bar, we're setting it up as here, but as soon as we've done this bit, something along here, it's updating its current life, because the idea is we only want it to update its current life in the update bar. Let's go here. So this, yeah, just requires a little bit of exploration. Yeah. So I know the problem. I just don't know how. I don't know exactly what's wrong. Yeah, because the current life at this point, this should be showing 10 for the first one, and I don't really know why. Let me. Yeah, I've got to kind of work this out. So I'm going to just have here debug.log lifebar script dot current life. Okay. Let's try again. Right. So oh. Okay. All right. Well, so here. So oh I know what it is. Everything. We're all fine. I didn't even know you could do this. I made a mistake. It's all right. I did fix it. This culprit here. It's the equal signs of doom. So I didn't know we could do that. So you can actually have. So what we'd actually done is we'd set. Yeah, we used a plus equal after assigning something. So this should be fine now. So yeah, okay, everything's fine. I just needed to do some. It was just that one equal sign. That one equal sign that kept me stumped for the last 10-15 minutes. Okay, right now. We know the macchiato one didn't work. We're going to try. Right, this should work now. In fact, I'm so sure we don't even need to try it. But let's try it to be on the safe side, and then we'll get rid of these debug messages. Right. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Fantastic. And so now I want to check that all translates, so we can skip that there, and when we're in battle we should be on 40 out of 60 life. 40 out of 60, let's go. Yeah, awesome. Okay, right, fantastic. So we've done that. Right, brilliant. This is actually, we're making some nice more progress, which is more progress, more better. Fantastic. So now that's actually the key thing that I wanted to do. Yeah. I know it's really nice actually. Yeah, cheers, man. I think I've got to try and work out if I've got time to try and work on the shop. You know what? I think I'm going to do a few little things there's about 3 little things that I want to do, which should only take a little bit of time, and I'm going to do that while I'm drinking my coconut-based cocoa cappuccino thing, which might be horrible, but let's find out. Is coconut going to work with coffee? Yes, it is. Yeah. Let's find out. No, it's not. Right. This is terrible. Why do I keep getting Starbucks products? Yeah, so number 1, I'm just going to pick one at random. Number 1, I'll show you a problem that we've got. If we go into scenes, go into the main game, and I kind of want the... so, Chlorec is who we've got there. Resources, Monster SO, Chlorec. We're going to turn it to 1. Actually, no, let's turn it to 2. So here is the problem. I'm hoping that I haven't solved this problem before. I mean, it'd be nice if I have solved this problem before. I just can't remember. So here's the problem. So we got this jumps forward 1 space. Brilliant, fantastic. Everything's all good. This is what we expect. This is what we want. Everything's fine. Okay, jumps forward again. Now we're keeping a close eye on this little arrow. Okay, so it... yeah, doing that. Everything's fine. Jumps forward. The arrow disappears, but then it reappears. I don't think it'll be that hard to fix, but I want to... obviously, we don't need this. This is false information. This is not necessary. We don't need it. I just got to work out how to get rid of it. So I think it'll be somewhere in the combat script. So this is going to be kind of a nice, like, bite-sized mystery. This is, yeah, it's like... kind of like the episode in Lost where that man and that woman accidentally got bitten by a spider that paralysed them. I'm sure it ended quite happily. It was just a nice, nice closed episode which has no relation to anything else. This is what we're going for now. So combat routine. I think it's actually going to be in the off combat routine. So it will be to do with select next. It's to do with this. So before we do any of this, find all references. That's what we want. This is what we want. So at what point are we actually changing this number? So yeah, so the reason what's happening, it's updating the next range to move, even though we're already in range of the base. So whatever is affecting this number here, we can just check this. So combat script. So yeah, we need to have something like, have we got map script? Oh yes, we do. Okay. Okay, so if map script dot get number of turns left is greater, no, is less than or equal to 0. Actually, no, it should be is greater than 0. Then I think that's all we need to do. I think we need to put that in there as well. I think that's fine. So we're checking to see if there's any turns left before it arrives. Let's just give this a shot, see if it works. If it works first time, then that is brilliant. Right. Ugh. again, it's like a few like sort of bite-sized things that we're doing today. So moving forward, kaplonk, yep. Now we're going to move forward again. That disappears. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. At least it's progress. Okay, so the picture has gone. It's done what I've told it to do, but there's still a... the actual hitbox is still there. I can't remember how much is actually still there. So, so monster... So the mini-map is still here. Trying to work out what the... Because, yeah, so basically it does all work. It's just people from years to come, when I've made my billions from making games, are going to be like, why is it when you hover over that this is here? I've got to work this out. I've got to work out actually a way of getting rid of it. I mean, I can. There's plenty of ways of getting rid of it, but a sort of practical way of getting rid of it. So, yeah. Because what would be quite nice... Okay, is this... Okay, let me go into here, go to definition. Because, yeah, essentially we kind of want to just switch off perform attack. Ah, so it does that. Okay. We just got to work out a way of switching that off. It's not actually, like I say, it's more something like where I feel given that I've come here to fix this, I may as well fix this properly. So this monster master script. Select. Go to definition. So, effect main. Yeah. So at this point here, I think we're deciding what move we're doing, and this is the move that we've got here. So if we actually go into here, so ranged action, basic forward jump 1. I think somewhere in here, go to definition. Oh, this is a lot smaller than I thought. So I'm going to have a debug.log. This removes the mini mini monster, and we'll have monster master script dot because essentially what I want to do is once we fade it away, I want to unactivate it, and I've just got to work out how we can actually do that. And I've got to remember that the Monster Master script, there's a Monster Parent script and a Monster Master script, and they do two separate purposes. They've got two separate purposes. Okay. It's arranged. Let's just see what happens. Let's see if we can continue progressing through. Like if this, so this removes it. So we've got a clear debug message. So if we're getting an error message, we know exactly where to go. But we're going to have set. Right. Okay. Let's first of all see. Oh yeah, of course I should. Yeah. I should be stopping before we do this, but that's okay. Right. Stop. Okay. Let's give this a try. Actually, no. This isn't as bad as I thought. It's okay. Okay. Ah, okay. No, that's fine. I didn't mean to do that at all. What we need to do is go back to here. I meant to say if this is this is getting uglier and uglier as we go. Turns left equal to 0. Because yeah, I don't love it. But we'll see if this does work. It might work. It might still give us an error message. I think if it doesn't, then I'm happy to just carry on. I probably should get rid of these so I can check this faster. Right, okay. No, okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. I was kind of hoping for that to happen. So it has given us an error message. It hasn't. It just soft locked, which is fine. I suppose what we could do, because the only thing we actually need to worry about. So we get rid of that. The only thing that we really need to worry about is I'm just going to. Right, let's save us a bit of time. I'm going to go on here. We're just going to set this down to 0 again, just to save us time for retesting. So we're not building all the constructs. We know the constructs work, that's fine. So I'm starting again because I find this the easiest method to actually get hold of the thing that we want. Let's have a look at this. Monster attack symbol. Here. Script. Fade away. Yeah, Okay, right. This. Oh, yes. Okay, yes. Oh, I'm the king of awesome. Brilliant. Wicked. I've come up with an awesome plan. Okay. This way. Yes. Okay. Right. I'll explain what the plan is. We are going to, with all of these, we're going to have a public bool can be hovered over. It actually doesn't need to be public. It can be private, I think. And what we want to do is summon. So upon awake, can be hovered over. Oh yes. Oh, gladly. You know, it's like I think I'm one of those people. Like I was it. There's a TV show called The Mighty Boosh, and they were talking about how, like, you know, in the future, all the smart people will have their heads sort of in a sort of froze. Actually, I think Futurama does this as well, where they can impart all their wisdom. And I'll be like, oh yes, and I remember this one time I created this boolean called can be hovered over. And then people will just be like, oh, he's a genius, you know. Right. Can be hovered over. Equals true. Actually, I really like. I started watching a bit of Futurama a little while ago. I remembered there's some. Not only is it really funny, but some episodes have such clever ideas in it. I think there's a particular episode where Hubert Farnsworth creates a forward time machine, a time machine that can only go forward in time, and I just like it's so clever. It's like I would recommend, like, if ever you have a, like, you know, like 25 minutes that you're thinking, like, you would absolutely love that episode just because it's got, like, such a really, really smart idea to it. It's just amazing. I don't want to ruin too much. Right. So, can be hovered over there. Change to new action. So, we want to have... can be hovered over equals false. Can be hovered over equals true. Yeah. And then fade towards. I can't even remember what. Oh yes. I think this is fine. So fade away. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh. I think, unfortunately, this forward time machine is something like on Series 7. But yeah, I remember, because I absolutely, I mean, I think it still has, a lot of people think, oh, the first few series were great and then it got weaker. But I think they did it quite smartly in that I think they made 4 series, then they made something like 4 actual full-length films, and then they made, which essentially counted for like 2 series, and then there was like all the seasons after that, and they're still really good. It's still obviously a bit hit and miss, but yeah, the forward time machine, I'd recommend that. It's just brilliant. I'm trying to work out. Sorry, the reason I'm a bit confused is I've got changed to new attack routine, and in my head that's exactly the same as the fade towards. What's actually happening here? Monster class. Oh, yes. Okay, everything's fine. This does all make sense. So we just need to have fade away routine. As soon as it's fading, we actually want to have can be hovered over equals false, and fade towards, we want to have that equals true. Okay, and now here's where we can just go if can be hovered over. And what I should do as well is I think we don't do it there. So let's give this a try. Oh yeah. Oh right. Oh I was going to say, I think what I did, I came up with a quite good, useful. I'm going to call it loophole to make it feel as though I was the winner. But because at Tesco's, there's a particular way of using your club card points where you can get like 3 months of Disney Plus for £8, and I feel like every now and then I think, when I want to know what's on Disney Plus, I'll be like, here's £8 for 3 months, and I'm just going to blitz it, and then yeah, and then and then let it slide over. Right. Okay, right. Has my plan worked? This turned into oh no, what's going on now? Oh, I see. Yeah, this is fine. All we actually need to do here is have control X underscore map script, and then control V. So this get map script function is purely here to indeed get the map script. It finds it, and we do this right at the beginning, and then that should be fine. Yeah, that was a tiny little problem, but that's hopefully should sort itself out. Right, let's go. Okay. I know. I mean, the sad thing is the overwhelming the result that we're excited to getting is purely we don't get this, so we can hover over. That's what we want, right? Now, and everything's still moving, and I can't hover over there. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Brilliant. Right. Okay. Now this is something that should be really easy. This should be like, I mean, so easy. In fact, I reckon I can describe the problem faster. No, I reckon I can solve it by the time I have to describe the problem. That's obviously a slight exaggeration because it's biased, because I'll just spend ages just discussing the problem. Okay, right, so I'm just going to go very slowly. So the problem is that when we are creating the Destiny text box for the creating a monster. I think it's something like that. Come on. The text doesn't fade away. Okay, right, no, I couldn't quite do it. That requires quite a lot of thought. Okay. All right. Okay, it's done. Okay. That was a lot faster than I thought. So yeah, I just want to make sure the make sure that we actually faded the text while we're creating the thing. So. So let's just check. So restoring life, bang, bang, yeah. I don't want to trash a card. So, yeah, we had the problem here that the text remained and now it's gone, although that victory button's still there. I don't know how much I like that. Okay, right. So before we do that victory button thing, I kind of want to do something else that's going to be quite fun. Yes, okay. So first of all, what we need to do is have add card. That's good. And then if we go into Destiny text box, and then adding a card. Let's go to this definition. What we kind of want to do, so there's a victory button script here. Yeah. We need to go into here, go to definition. And what we kind of want to do somewhere, I'm just going to close all this. We want to have something. I'm trying to work out what's the best way we can do this. Public void decide sprites to use. Int yeah, because okay, right. So a young version of me would have just put a string. So I would literally have string sprite type, and then if it's we just want the traditional ones, we just do this. But what's the best way of doing this? Oh, actually. Yes, okay, I've got a better idea. Okay, yes, so what we can actually do, we're going to have a master script.dm reward potentials. We just call it dm reward. And then we're going to have switch dm reward. Okay. Control C, Control C, Control V. Case master script potential dot add card. We want that. Now I've got to remember the syntax for default. It's we're going to change these sprites here. Okay, so it's just default there, and then that doesn't work. Why does that not work? It's not like case default. Do you have to put break at the end? I guess so. Yeah, I always forget exactly how the default kind of works. So now we just need to change this one into the skip sprites. So that way, like when you're selecting a card that you want to add, you have the option of skipping it if you want to. And then we're almost there, to be honest. So it'll be under sprites, Destiny sprites. Where did I put it here? Oh, buttons. I think I put it in buttons, didn't I? So that's what we want. So over here, Control V. This gives it, like, yeah, so now we can just do this again. Control C. Control V. That'll be 6. Okay. The reason I've done it a little bit complicated is purely because there's a chance we're going to want another button type of some sort. So at the moment, what's going to happen is if it's not sure, it's just going to set it to the typical green arrow buttons. Otherwise, that I, for whatever reason, named Glaive, and then but if it's specifically add a card, it will do the skip thing. So we can probably get rid of that. And where we've got, can't remember where we were. I think it's Destiny tile script. Am I in the wrong place? I think I am. It's the Destiny text box. That's what we want. In fact, let's go close all but this. Make things a bit clearer for us. Okay, so summon text box. Yeah, brilliant. So what we can do here is just simply have underscore victory continue button script dot this is a terrible habit. I'm so bad at this, where I create a function then forget what it's called literally 30 seconds later. Right, decide sprites to use. Okay, fantastic. Okay. Decide sprites to use, and it'll be rewards I. Okay, right. So this should work. Everything's good. We're all good. Everything's good. Maybe. So, let's go add a card. Right. Oh, I could pick one of these, or I could skip, and it works. Yeah, okay, nice. Whereas when we're trashing a card, this is a terrible example because it doesn't bring up the same thing. Whereas here, when we're doing a monster, yeah, we've got that. Okay, cool. And I also want to make this Oh. Okay. Alright. That wasn't quite what I was hoping to happen. Never mind. We'll worry about that later. Right. Now I feel like there was still a few other little things that we're going to do. Let me try and work out. Right. So... I guess while we're still on this while we're still sorting this out, let's go get rid of this and put it in the main thing. So remove component, and then go and then put it here instead. That's fine. Okay. Now, yeah, I want to just try and work out, like, no one will notice, no one will care, but I will care. We want to, where are we? Over here. I'm just going to go. Okay. That's the box. Oh, of course. I think I've got a whole lot of other... Yes, I know the problem. I know the problem. Everything's all good. Control MO. We're closing all this. Summon for monster. So where we've got this victory button, we want to have... let's just tidy this up a little bit. We want to have underscore victory. Yeah, this is why we're struggling slightly. Decide sprites to use. And I think we can just go... It doesn't matter too much as long as it's not... yeah, as long as it's not... Yeah, we'll just have... big monster. It doesn't matter. As long as it's just not add card, then that should be no problem. And obviously, what this does, this gives me the freedom to, like, if I wanted to have like a scary looking skull for when it's a big master, to big thing to press, this is what gives me the freedom to do that later. So what we also need to do is we also want to have yeah, I think underscore victory button script dot unsummon. Okay, so let's just check to see if that works. Clearly not. Oh, that's always gutting when you see something you think, when how have I changed something to do this? Oh, where did this come from? Okay. Oh yes, everything's fine. Okay. It's over here. I made a bit of a mistake. Yeah, that's fine. Right, we just need to actually work our way to that point, which is fine. So let's just add a card and then skip it. And then we could potentially trash a card, but we won't. Right, okay. Does this look better now? So, prepare to fight Hessa, all of that, everything fades away. Brilliant, beautiful. Okay, so now one thing that I know, like, I think we're probably going to wrap it up soon, but what I am looking to do in the future, and this is going to basically, like, I think, like, my brain, I don't know if this is the same with anyone else, but my brain does quite a lot of the hard work. You know, sometimes when I go to sleep or when I'm doing something else. But what we want to do is, where we've got this is what is essentially creating our, like, map. But obviously at the moment it's all set in place. It does very specific things and it's perfect for when we're trying to test things. However, I want to make a way of actually procedurally generating a Destiny map that has so that there is an element of randomness every time you play, and I've got to work out the and this is it's going to be quite difficult. So I think we're going to have public void. So this is going to be like we won't actually implement this. I'm just going to put ideas together, but we're going to have procedurally create big daddy map. Why are we calling it the big daddy map? I don't know. So instead of that, I'm actually just going to put all the ideas that we need. I want a few fixed rules. I want for the first tile to always be a monster. The reason being is because that if you don't make the first one a monster, anyone can just play the game and then be like, if it's not a monster, be like, oh, what's our first thing that we get? Oh, that's a really good thing, therefore I'll continue playing. If not, then they can restart. Whereas it's like, you need a reason, you don't want people to just keep restarting until they've got the best thing. Like, right, and make the last tile to always be a big monster. Now, in between each monster tile should have, I'm going to say 1 to 2 reward tiles of some description, and what I'm thinking is I want a full run to be like, a full normal run to be 12 monsters, so 12 monsters in total. So like there will be essentially like every third battle, maybe every fourth battle, and I think every third battle is going to be a slightly tougher enemy. So that'll be number 3, 6, and 9 are going to be like tougher enemies, and then like 12 is like the ultimate big boss at the end. So have 12 monsters in total. Numbers 3, 6, and 9 are mini bosses, I'm going to say. Monster, big boss. Maybe, so I think as far as reward tiles, so reward tiles count as everything that isn't a boss, because they're all ways of improving your deck in some way. So even obviously, like if you've played much Slay the Spire, removing cards is really beneficial. Even though it doesn't sound it thins your deck so you can use more powerful cards more often. And given that you start with kind of rubbish cards, it does make sense. So I think maybe as well, and like purely because like I could spend like months like worrying about certain things, whereas I think it should be, so we have 1 to 2 reward tiles between each monster, and as far as reward tiles go, maybe it should always be 1 or 2. So have exactly 18 reward tiles in total. So that way, like half of them there's going to be, like after you've done a boss, there's going to be, I've actually done the maths right, I think it's not quite 18, is it? It's because there's only 11 in between, so 11, I think 16. So it will be 5 times there are 2 rewards. 6 times there is 1 reward. Because like I haven't actually sort of mapped this out because I think this is roughly what we're going for. Now there's other little things like when we actually do create the shop eventually. We want the shop. I don't ever want someone's first, as soon as they start playing, to go straight into the shop because they won't have enough money. And it's the same for ditching cards. People don't want to ditch cards until they've got. So we're going to have arrange it so that shops always shops and removing cards cannot arrive too early. So I think once we've actually got all of these rules in place, it's going to make a little, everything's going to just kind of be a little bit cleaner. We want to have a roughly even spread of rewards. And I think this it's quite nice to just get all of these are the rules in place, and then I've got to put some code to do it. We want to make it so the monsters generally get stronger as you progress further. Okay. So with all that in mind, there should always be exactly 28 tiles. Okay, all right. I know this looks right. This is I'm actually like I think now that we've kind of put all of this on paper, because I think when it comes to making anything like procedurally generated, you have to sort of create the rules before you actually start programming them. Because what I also want to do, when you have completed the game set the first time, you then get the ability to do year 2, which will mean that it's still going to follow these same rules, but the monsters are going to be tougher. But you're also given the fact that some of the reward tiles are actually you're going to have a pick. You're going to be able to choose one of the two. So you've actually got a bit more flexibility. So ideally, like I say, I want to introduce things. So in year 2, you're going to just have more options. So when you're better at the game, it's like you'll know you can utilise these options. So yeah, that's looking pretty good. Okay, I think. So this is one of those things where what I might do, just purely because that's going to be quite tough. What I'm probably going to call it here. And I'm it's just there's a chance I might be on later today. I'll see how I feel, because I want to actually start putting this together. Also we need to make a shop. Okay, forget that. Right, there's a chance I might be on later today, creating the shop, because let's actually go through all the things that we've actually. In fact, let's go here. Edit script. A lot of this is dependent on which ones of these have we done. Okay, so what have we got so far? So we've got add card, done that. Upgrade card, yes. Life, yes. Trash card, okay. Gain money, yes. Mystery, that's something where that's more we're going to save that for another time. But I think before we actually start procedurally generating, we want to make sure all of these ones here that we need to do have been done. So the shop, that one, well, I reckon, like I said, I'd see if I can come back on later today, but that's going to be quite a tough one to do because I've got to work out, because I think what I want in the shop is where you can spend gold and like similar to Slay the Spire, you're going to have an option of like either buying cards or getting constructs, and you can choose however many of them you like. But obviously, you know, there'll be, say, a selection of, say, 6 different cards and 2 different constructs that you can buy, and maybe like you can trash cards, so you can actually do way more in a shop, but you need money to be able to do it. And that's kind of like, that's why I need to actually kind of, in my head, I need to envision exactly how I want it to be presented. And as far as chest, that is going to be this is going to be the sort of element of the game where now I played, so in Diablo 2, part of what makes the game so exciting and so appealing is you can, like, you know, you can kill enemies and they can drop some really properly epic loot, and there's that sort of slight excitement value. Now, I'm not going to have this isn't going to be Diablo 2, but I do want the idea that you can get, like, there's going to be certain things that are going to be, all chests do are things that are useful for outside the game. So, or like, so for example, in the chest you might get some, and it's going to be a whole new type of currency that you can spend on giving you a boost for your next run. There's going to be a bunch of stuff. That's something which as I say, I've mapped it out in my brain, but I just haven't actually put any of it on paper. And I think the big deal that we're working on, we get the shop sorted, and then we start procedurally generating maps, and then we're actually ready to actually properly test it. Yes, okay, right, anyway, I will call it here, but thank you so much for sticking around. This has been absolutely awesome. I'll see if I can come back on later tonight. I'll see how I feel, because I'm excited to getting this shop done. I'm excited to creating a procedural map. This is going to be, yes, it's going to be awesome. Alright, anyway, I better head off now, but yeah, thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you guys later. Alright, bye.